Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's see what we got here. You are only responsible for your half of the relationship. There are two halves to every relationship, but you're only responsible for your half of the relationship. It's not up to you to control the other half, respect the other half, and there's always going to be peace in that relationship. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 180, NASDAQ off 59, S&P's down 19, gold contract up $6.20, trading at $1,280 an ounce. Silver up 12 cents at $17.27 an ounce. Platinum up $3 at $1,054 an ounce. Copper flat at $2.09 a pound. Light sweet crude up 84 cents at $48.56 a barrel. Bonds, 10-year note down 4 ticks, 130.12. 30-year bond up 2 ticks, 165.20. King dollar down 30 ticks, 94.52. The euro is traded at $1.13, and the yen is at 109.09. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at it. Oh, baby, it's going to get tricky out here, so check it out. So we have a little divergence. First off, with the S&P, this is what we have. So yesterday, you go up 177 million. We come down $1.92 today, 108 million. 108 million's going against last Friday, a week ago Friday, which had 89. The low of that price point is $203.88. Well, we're basically right at those lows, so you're pounding the low, and you are pounding that low with volume. That being said, I do expect you're still going to get a bounce. Now, this is going to be wild watching this shake out, so we're going to go through these slowly. That's in the S&P. We go into the NQs. This is what you have with the NQs. 3 Qs. 3 Qs, you do have an expansion of volume, 28 million shares. The 28 million is going into 30 million. Now, so the Qs, this is how this gets really wild here. The Qs go up yesterday on anemic volume, 18 million. They come down with 28 today. The 28 is going into the 29 million from the 12th of May. Also going into the 30 million, and that's what's holding the market up at this point. So what that's still saying to me is that, guess what? Option expiration, we're going to have another surge higher. Now, that being said, guess what we do have? We do have a confirmed ABC structure on the way down inside the small caps. Small caps broke a B point, broke it with volume. Bottom line, we're at 109.27. You took out the 109.36 and took it out with volume. That sets up a 105 inside the small caps. That's where the divergence takes place in a big way. So we'll see inside this bounce, if that's what we get, that's what I'm expecting. If you get that bounce, you'll see the small caps go on the other side of the C point again. You'll see lighter volume, and that's when you're going to start firing away. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? And what I do expect you're going to see out here, folks, more than likely what's going to happen, it's going to be the minutes that come out at 2 o'clock tomorrow. The Fed minutes come out at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So you can expect high volatility out here tomorrow, but more than likely, that's what's going to probably bounce this market once again. Free money. That's what it comes down to. That's on a short-term basis. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? We've done 197,000 contracts. You're at 1280. You're at the high end of the range. And gold is also saying that it wants to bust its highs. So guess what? If gold wants to bust its highs, folks, okay, and as Jay's saying in the Tigers Den, negative rates will do it. Bottom line, you know, we're kind of a long way from negative rates, but guess what? What we are going to have is lower rates. Bottom line is that I think you got inflation flying out here right now. You got a Federal Reserve that is going to back off Well, they haven't even gone forward, never mind backing off. And then you have world rates. World rates across the world, folks, are still dramatically low. And what is happening right now is that there's huge amounts of money from other countries that are pouring into our bonds. And why? Because guess what? The 10-year is still paying 1.7, and if you're in Japan, folks, you are paying money. You're paying 0.1% to put your money in the bank. So what do you want to do? Do you want to pay them 0.1% or make 1.7%? Bottom line, you can see how that shakes out. Doesn't take much math skills in order to realize what's going on. Silver. What do we have with silver? What do you have with silver? And that's, and I'll talk about this. What you have with silver is this. Silver, same setup. Silver was up 11 cents. Excuse me, folks. We've done 40,000 contracts. The 40,000 contracts, the high in silver is $18. We're going after that $18 mark. And what we did have after the close last night is that you had George Soros, his 13F filing, which is going to affect the gold market. It has affected it, will affect it more. He bought $284 million worth of ABX, which is Barrick Gold. And then what he also did, I don't know what the actual strike price is, but he also bought inside the option market 1.1 million shares of the GLD. Bottom line, GLD is moving with volume. XAU is moving with volume. HUI is moving with volume. What I'm expecting you're going to see out here is that they're going to be breaking highs, and we very well may get it tomorrow at that 2 o'clock price point. The XAU right now is at 90.93. 93.66 would be the number, breaking the highs. And the Gold Bugs Index, we're at 230. That number would be 236. And both the XAU and the HUI just closed at a closing high. Not all-time highs, but that would be a closing high since 2011. Bonds. Now, this is where the market is still saying to me that it wants to bounce. You had the 10-year pull back 4 ticks. Not that that's a lot. It's not. But very subtle underneath that, the 10-year also had an expansion of volume. We did 1 million contracts. So as that pulls back, I expect this is going to get down somewhere to the 129 to 128. What is that all about? Well, when bonds go back down here, you don't, and this is where the disconnect was in the market here today too, that you had the Dow down 180, NASDAQ was down 59, S&Ps are off 19, and bonds couldn't move higher. That is an indication that as we get into option expiration, deviant market in a huge way, nice trade market. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials closed down 180, NASDAQ down 59, S&P's off 19. We're going to be right back.